Hello students, let's continue the chapter integers. In this video we are going to learn about the properties of addition and subtraction of integers. Closure under addition. Closure property under addition states that the sum of any two integers will also be an integer. Suppose you are adding two numbers which are integers. Okay, you know, right? Integers are numbers starting from negative numbers. Okay, starting from negative infinity to positive infinity, including 0. So any two integers you are going to add. If you add that, the answer will also be a integer. That is only called closure. Okay, if you add any two integers, the answer will also be a integer. That property is called closure property. So you can see an example here. 23 plus 12. So 23 is an integer, 12 is also an integer. If you add these two integers together, you are getting one more integer, that is 35 as a result. Then next, 5 plus minus 6. 5 is a positive integer and minus 6 is a negative integer. You are getting answer minus 1, which is also an integer. Similarly, minus 12 plus 0. So minus 12 you will get, so that's also an integer. So in general, for any two integers a and b, a plus b is an integer. Suppose a and b are two integers, then the answer a plus b will also be an integer. Now closure under subtraction. If you subtract, will you get the answer also an integer? Okay, suppose you are going to subtract two integers, you will also get the answer also as an integer. Okay, closure property under subtraction states that the difference of any two integers will also be an integer. If you subtract any two integer, you are going to get a result as also as an integer. So let's see the example. 6 minus 8 equal to minus 2. Okay, 6 is one integer, 8 is one integer, and you are going to subtract. So you will get minus 2, which is also an integer. Similarly, 15 minus of minus 6. Okay, so minus for the property we are checking, that's why you have one minus, and the second number it's a negative integer, minus 6. Okay, so when you have minus outside the bracket, what you will do, you will make it as plus. Okay, 15 plus 6. So 15 plus 6 equal to 21. So that is also an integer. Minus 19 minus 0. You will get minus 19 as answer. So that is also an integer. Thus, if a and b are two integers, then a minus b is also an integer. Then commutative property. Commutative property of addition states that swapping of terms will not change the sum. If I show you the example, you can understand. Suppose two numbers are there, minus 7 plus minus 5 equal to minus 5 plus minus 7. If you change the order also, it is not going to change the answer. Okay, suppose we can take 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 if you do also same answer 5 only you will get, or 3 plus 2 if you do also same answer 5 only you will get. Okay, the order of that number if you change also it will not affect the answer. So that's called commutative property of addition. So when you add, if you swap, no problem, you will get the same answer. Okay, so minus 8 plus 12 and 12 plus minus 8. Then minus 29 plus 0 and 0 plus minus 29. In general, for any two integers a and b, we can say a plus b is equal to b plus a. So this general form you can easily understand. So a plus b is also equal to b plus a. Okay, changing the order of the number is not going to affect the answer. But subtraction is not commutative for integers. Okay, if you see example, you can understand. If you swap the number, the answer is not going to be the same. You can see that 7 minus minus 2 is not equal to minus 2 minus 7. Okay, you can take simple numbers also, like 3 minus 2 is 1, but if you take 2 minus 3 you will get minus 1. Okay, so that's why if you can't swap the numbers in case of subtraction, okay, that's why commutative property does not hold good for subtraction. Okay, we conclude that subtraction is not commutative for integers. Associative property. Associative property of addition states that the way of grouping of numbers will not change the result. Example, let us see. You can see the bracket here. That box bracket is there, no, square bracket. First in the LHS side where it is for 4 minus 4 and minus 3. Okay. In the next, if you see, it is for minus 6 and minus 4. Okay. So whichever you first solve, it is not going to affect the result. Okay, let's see here. In the first sum, minus 4 and minus 3 are grouped together, and in the second, minus 6 and minus 4 are grouped together. But it is not going to affect the answer because both answer will give you minus 13. Okay, so addition is associative for integers. In general, for any integers a, b and c, we can say a plus b plus c equal to a plus b plus c. Okay, only the brackets are going to change. Whichever inside the bracket you have, that is only going to be solved first. Okay, anything inside the bracket, that will be solved first. So in the first LHS side we are solving b plus c. In the RHS we are going to solve a plus b. So whatever if you do, the result is not going to be affected. Subtraction of integers is not associative in nature. So the method we followed for addition, if you do for subtraction, it will not be same. Okay. In the first difference, minus 3 and minus 2 are grouped together, and in the second, minus 5 and minus 3 are grouped together. So if you see the answer, in the first case you will get minus 4. In the second case you will get answer as 0. So 0, minus 4 and 0 are not same. That means subtraction is not associative for integers. Next is additive identity. Additive identity property states that when we add 0 to any integer, we get the same integer. Okay, so any number is there, to it something should be added so that you will get the same number. How it is possible? It is possible only when we add 0. Okay, so that's why additive identity is 0. Here also you can see in the example, minus 8 plus 0 equal to minus 8 itself, or minus 17 plus 0 is equal to minus 17 itself. So 0 is the additive identity. In general, for any integer a plus 0 equal to a, 0 plus a equal to a only. So that's the additive identity. So that's all for this video. Thank you, children.